Okay everyone, welcome back to another video on this channel. I know I haven't really... I did a review on Once Upon a Time, the TV show, a week ago or something, but I felt like doing a review tonight on a movie. It's another fairy tale Disney movie. It's one of my favorites, actually. It sent me... Alright. And I actually love it, but I do not have it on DVD yet. I don't like this. Turn it off. Yeah, looks much better. I really want to get it on DVD, and it is Beauty and the Beast. I have it on videotape, which I thought I lost, but I just found it a few days ago. You can see the cover right there. I love the cover with Belle, Beast, and the Mrs. Potts and Lumiere and the clock and Chip. So pretty much, I'm sure everyone has seen Beauty and the Beast, or most people. You know, it's about a prince who's selfish and gets turned into a beast, and until he finds love, he's pretty much stayed a beast, and to, you know, learn his selfish ways. And then, of course, we get on to the lead of the film, the heroine, the princess, Disney princess, Belle. And of course she's not a princess in the beginning. She's, you know, of course it's a musical, so of course we open up to her singing a song when she goes to the library. She loves books. She's you know, singing while she's going to the bookstore or whatever. And, you know, then we are introduced to the villain. Yeah, he's on the cover. Gaston. Right there. The one with Belle. He's probably one of my least favorite Disney villains. I can't take him too seriously. I like my villains dark and serious, like Maleficent, Evil Queen, Judge Frollo, and others. He was, you know, he has this major crush on Belle. Because she's the most prettiest girl in town, and, you know, and he wants to marry her, obviously. And so, but of course, you know, she doesn't like him. She thinks he's mean and selfish and cruel, pretty much. So she, you know, when he tries to always flirt with her, she always kind of plays hard to get, turns him down and stuff like that. And, so she goes home to her father, and he's an inventor. He invents stuff, and he's getting ready to go to a fair the next day. And, of course, he leaves, and she says goodbye and be safe and everything. And, of course, Gaston tries to come back. He comes to the house, her house, and Belle is so, like, great, he's here, you know. She doesn't like him. She doesn't want anything to do with Gaston. And, of course, she, you know, she's nice, so she answers the door. So, and he tries to propose to her, actually, and I kind of like, first of all, it's unexpected. Second of all, she doesn't even like the guy. Third of all, you know, she just wants nothing to do with this guy. So, of course, she turns down him, and he's really mad about that. And, pretty much, she sings a song about how disgusted she is by him proposing to her. Then pretty much, Belle's father is on the road to the convention. Like, you know, it's olden days in the 19th century. No cars were invented, obviously. So he was on a carriage, and the horse, you know, and him getting lost in the dark woods. The woods are dark, and he has wolves. Well, of course, wolves start to chase him, and the horse freaks out and ditches Belle's father. And he's running through the woods. He eventually comes to a castle. It's the Beast Castle. And he kind of, you know, he doesn't really know what to do, so he just runs in and opens the door. Because it's starting to rain, and it's, you know, he needs a nice warm place to stay. And so, yeah, pretty much, the Beast does not like intruders in his castle, and pretty much takes the, you know, all the little he got Mrs. Potts chips in the candle clock right there. You know, except the clock. The clock doesn't really like that, Belle's father is in the house, but the rest of the characters do, and they really like him, and of course the Beast doesn't, and he locks him up. And then the horse comes to Belle, and Belle, you know, thinks something's wrong. The horse does not talk, so, but you can tell it's cartoon, so. So Belle races to the castle and pretty much finds her father there, and yeah, and sees the Beast, and she says, "Let my father go, and you can take me." I would definitely take her. She's pretty. What could he do with her father? You know, except probably make him a slave or whatever. But I don't think he would do that. And so pretty much, the Beast lets Belle's father go back into town and takes her. So it's not like, you know, Belle's really upset about this. She at first doesn't really want anything to do with the Beast. She is sitting, at first she sits up in the tower and is crying and stuff, and then of course the Beast kind of, you know, doesn't know what to do, so he kind of gives her, you know, says, "Come, you can have a room. Do you want a room?" and stuff. And it's a huge castle, just 20 rooms or so, and you know, he says you can go anywhere in the castle except like the west wing or whatever, because that's where his room is, and everything's kind of like messed up in there and stuff. And so pretty much she's still upset, and the Beast wants her to come to dinner, and she doesn't want to. She's like, "No way, Jose, I don't want to." So eventually she does, and she comes out of the room. You know, she says no to dinner, but later that day she comes out of the room to look around, and she pretty much is looking all over the castle. It's a really big castle, and of course she just has to go up in the place where the Beast told her not to go up to. So, and I always forget their name. Lumiere is the candle's name, and Wadsworth, I think, is the clock's name, are pretty much telling her, "No, you can't go up there, just go anywhere else, but just stay." So pretty much she says, you know, they're a clock and candle, so she's a person, so she goes, she's looking around, she's kind of like, whoa, because in the room, paintings are tearing, like, there's a portrait of the Beast when he was human, and it's ruined, and pretty much she finds this flower, the enchanted rose, that, you know, she doesn't really know what it is, obviously. And of course, guess who pops up? And it's the Beast, and he kind of roars and says, "What are you doing here?" You know, and frightens her. So she's like, she's going home. She's like, "I'm out of here." So pretty much on her way back to town, the wolves pop up, and they pretty much knock her off the horse, and she has this like stick, a piece of stick, and she's trying to fight them off, which is pretty strong, unlike Snow White in the forest. But she's trying to fight them off, but the Beast is worried about her, obviously, and goes after her, and he fights the wolf, and of course, he gets wounded and stuff. So, this is the point where you kind of see the Beast and Belle kind of fall in love, and, you know, she's back at the castle, she goes back, takes him back, and wraps him up, and I like that scene because she doesn't have her hair up. I always like that scene because, you know, right there, she has her hair up. And I always liked how it looked down and stuff. So, she pretty much, from that scene, you know, wraps him up, cleans him up because he has scratches on his arm from the wolves. And from that scene on, you know, they kind of fall in love, and she kind of wants to teach him how to be more polite, eat human, so she teaches him how to eat, you know. So yeah, then this scene is where, you know, she loves books, so Beast at this time thinks she'll be here for a while, and gives her this big old library with like more than 4 or 5 stories worth of books. Like, stairs are going to top of each shelf, and she's so amazed and stuff. So So she's really thankful. So then comes the time where we see this scene. They eat dinner, then they do the famous Beauty and the Beast scene. And then, you know, this is kind of where they fall in love. And after that scene, she sees that, you know, her father went back to town, but to tell them about this mean, horrible beast. And, of course, Gaston, you know, doesn't believe him. Everyone in town thinks he's crazy and just throw him out in the snow. And Gaston has a song about it, you know, how awesome he is, but he's not that awesome. And Belle sees through this enchanted mirror that Beast had. She says, you know, show me my father, which I wish I had. If I'd lost something, show me that I love that mirror. And he's out in the snow, sick and stuff, so the Beast, you know, he obviously has a heart and he feels bad, and he says, you know, you need to go save your father. So he lets her go. And so she saves them, she takes him home, and he's so happy her dad's so happy to see her, and she's happy to see him, and the little cup Chip follows them in, and then someone knocks on the door, and it's the guy from the insane asylum. And he's pretty much, you know, Gaston's made it, you know, this guy's crazy, and he needs to be locked away, and I think the insane asylum guy says, you know, I'll give you Belle, you can have Belle and money if you let me take this guy away. So, of course, anything to do with Belle, he's gonna do. So, you know, and of course Belle's saying, no way, Jose, and she takes out the mirror because the Beast gives her the mirror and shows him, and of course Gaston gets a hold of it, and he locks Belle and her father in the basement of their house, and pretty much takes the whole town to go kill the Beast, because Gaston makes it seem like, oh, he's gonna come in the night, and he's gonna kill your kids, he's gonna, you know, kill you, so they're getting ready to go kill him, and he's jealous because he learns that Belle actually has feelings for him. And so he goes, and pretty much the whole town is fighting in the castle. They break in the castle, and they fight the furniture, and, like, the other characters, like Mrs. Potts, and the furniture and stuff, and pretty much the Beast, Gaston goes up and to the Beast and fights him. And then Belle, of course, comes because Chip figures out how to use her father's invention. This cup figures out, and pretty much figures out how to use it and freeze them. So she goes, and she helps, you know, the Beast is kind of weakened, you know, he's getting beat up by Gaston, and she kind of helps him, and then, you know, of course, she goes up to reach him, then Gaston takes out his knife, like a knife, and stabs the Beast, and he's like freaking out, you know, not freaking out, but like, the Beast, has some, like, adrenaline, you know, goes through him, and he's like fighting, and, you know, then finally, you know, he's holding him up, then Belle says, I think she says, don't do it, something, because Belle's a good person, she doesn't want anyone to die, so Beast tries to get up, and this is where the fight, happens, and guess what? Gaston, I think, slips and falls off the castle and dies. Yay. I usually don't like it when the villains, like the Evil Queen and Maleficent, die, because they're my favorite characters, but Gaston, I was glad to die, and of course, they live happily ever after. Belle breaks the curse, the Beast is back to human, and they live happily ever after. A great, great movie. If you have not seen this, definitely check it out. Snow White's my favorite Disney movie. It's a great movie. Snow White's my favorite character, but Belle is definitely one of my favorite Disney characters too. I love her. She's so pretty, you know, because it's not about looks with the Beast. She fell in love with the Beast for who he was, not how he looked. So, thanks for watching. More reviews coming up soon, and have a great day. Bye.